And now, the system expects me to murder my enemies.
So you just touched Anime Vanguards for the first time and thought, yeah, this would be chill. Wrong. Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Soxy Boy, and today I'm giving you the ultimate beginner's guide to Anime Vanguards. Whether you're just getting into the game or if you already made 5 horrible decisions with your gems. We're talking tips, strategies, mistakes to avoid, and a little tough love, because nothing hurts more than wasting your gems on trash pulls. Alright guys, before I even get into the tips, I want y'all to make sure that y'all like the game and also join the group. You get gems for just joining the group. You also get free trader rolls too. Another thing, also look up all the current codes for Anime Vanguards. You also get rewards from all of those too. You just make sure y'all keep up with the codes. The codes always give out free rewards. Tip number 1. Do not blow all of your gems on random pulls. I know it's tempting, but most banners are bait. This is one of them. I don't know who Gearboy is. Itadori is very bad. He's mid at the moment. He used to be good, but he's not good anymore. And Zeke is actually meta. He's one of the best mythics right now. Alright, so whenever you guys make it to summoning, there are 4 different banners that you can spin from. The main one that you only need to worry about is the special banner. The special banner displays 3 different units every hour. So every hour, every one of the slots get replaced with a random mythic unit that's currently in the game. The guy in the back, a lot of people might not notice this guy when they first start, but that's a secret unit. So you actually have to be level 10. You have to be level 10 to unlock secrets. So you won't start actually pulling any secrets until you reach level 10. And you actually want to start pulling shinies of each of the units to reach level 10. You won't automatically pull them. You have to get lucky to pull the units. Summer is a limited time banner. I'm not sure how long it's gonna last, but whenever an event hits, you want to make sure you grind this stuff. So at the moment, they recently added a pity to the Vanguards. So you see how it says I have 13,000 left to summon. 13,000. I'm not too sure how many spins that is. I think that's 20k spins. 20k. I'm pretty sure it's 20k spins. And these exclusives are basically mythics, but they're only available for a limited time, and they will be tradable in the future. Spring is basically the same thing as summer. It's a limited time banner too. The dev has said that the spring banner itself will be leaving an update 8.5, which I would give it, like, I'm assuming a month when it will be gone. Can they usually take around 2 to 3 weeks to update their game? And this will be the same thing with these 3 units. But there are actually 4, I believe, 4 different units on this. 4, yeah. So it's 4 different exclusive. Actually got different skins. So the mythics are skins, legendary skin, epic is skin, rare is skin, and selection. So this was actually really cool. So you can actually pick what unit you want in the middle. You can pick your favorite character, any other favorite, I don't know, anime characters you have that is currently a mythic. But one thing I would suggest for you guys is to spend on Vegeta. I really would spend on Vegeta, because I honestly think he's still one of the most OP units you can use if you're a beginner. I used him when I first started, and all you have to do is just click on him and hit yes, and it will just show him in the middle. So I would spend, if you do currently have gems, to see if you could pull Vegeta, but if you can't pull Vegeta, that is fine. Alright, so tip number 2. Pick a small core team and stick to them. Spreading your upgrades too thin is the fastest way to end up with a bunch of mid characters and no real damage dealers. So since y'all guys are like brand new to the game, a team I would suggest, it's like what, 3 people? I would suggest this team right here. So whenever you do actually load to the game, you do get a choice of 3 different characters, which I believe is Goku, Ichigo, and Naruto. It's probably Naruto. I think it's Naruto. So Vegeta is going to be your carry throughout the story. He's going to be your carry. So at first, you don't really have to worry too much about thinking too much. You place down Vegeta, he kill people. The further you get up into the story, it's going to get a little bit more difficult. So whenever you do this, I want you to make sure that you actually understand each passive of each of the units you use. So Vegeta passive is SBA minus 20% if only units in a range include the name Vegeta. Which means is you only place him around himself, and he would have of minus 20% of SBA, which is basically making him attack way faster. So like right now, his SBA is 16 point, I said 16. It's 6.2 seconds. 6.2 seconds. So with 20%, if you do the math, I'm assuming it's 5.8. I could be wrong. I'm not a magician with math. All right. So tip number 3: abuse the AFK chain. Seriously, this thing prints resources while you're offline. Log in, grab your loot, feel like a genius. So they actually have a system whenever you go into here that it refreshes ever so often, so you don't have to worry about, you know, your whatever you're using to grind. So if you're on your PC, I would suggest having auto clicker on, because me personally, I do leave mine on overnight, and while I'm at work, if I don't, I usually come back to my game and crash. I'm not too sure if that has to do with it, but I do notice if I leave auto clicker on, it doesn't happen as often. Tip number 4: play events. Even if you can't beat the hardest stages, you can still rack up free rewards, and free is always meta. At the moment, we currently have the summer event. There's different events always going on, but currently we have the summer event. You don't have to have good units to play it. So this one is actually very, very different from the rest of the modes that's currently in the game. So as soon as you load into the game, it gives you a choice. No, it don't even give you a choice. It makes you play with 2 different units. You play with 2 different units. As the waves go on, you get to claim different units and give you random units. And they also even give you a chance to use Escanor. Escanor is this dude right here. He's a Vanguard. And if you ignore all of these and spend everything on random pulls, congrats, you just speed ran poverty mode. First, figure out who your best starter units are in the current meta. So I honestly just only going for Vegeta Super. He's going to carry out through the story, I promise. I promise you he will carry you throughout the story. So I already have mine awakened, but you're going to have the regular one. And to evo him, I'm going to show you this real quick because a lot of you guys might not know this. So to evo him, you're over here to upgrades. And you really won't worry about the rest of this stuff. You don't need the rest of stuff, but you will need evolution to like actually beat the story by yourself. Click here, put in whoever you want to evo. If you end up don't get Vegeta, that's fine. If you get somebody else, that's completely fine. It shows you what you need. So you get Senzu beans from actually playing the first mode, which is Planet Namek. That Planet Namek is the first story you actually complete. You get this from story. I recommend doing infinite to grind for these. You only need 80. The rest of these you get from doing the challenges. If you can't do the challenges yourself, I don't know if you will be able to do the challenges, because the challenges actually pick like a random map for you to play through. But if you end up getting lucky and a challenge pick a map you currently already beat, if you can't beat it yourself, there's always people doing these challenges that won't mind helping you. So I'm gonna show you guys how he works in game. Make sure you come over to story. Story is where you want to start. So come over here. I'm going to go ahead and select the team I had for Vegeta. Where is it? Here. I'm gonna go in and load it. I'm gonna go to the hardest mode. I'm gonna go to the highest difficulty, just to show y'all like how good Vegeta is. He's currently at level 1. I'm pretty sure y'all will be at level 1. So I'm going to, where is it? Act 1. I'm gonna do nightmare mode. And you see how he recommended? He's literally recommended for like, I'm pretty sure every map. Yep, Vegeta. Well, he's not really recommended for this. So like, whenever you get a martial island angle line, that's like the hardest freaking map I have ever played on. That's the hardest. So whenever you get up there, you're gonna have better units. So from Namek all the way up to Spirit Society, he is recommended. He is a carrier. So I'm gonna show you guys how good he is. So I'm gonna go to Act 6. I'm gonna go to Nightmare mode. I'm gonna start it. And the hard modes do make you pick cards. So I'm gonna pick Thrice. That's like the best one you could pick if you actually do Nightmare mode. I do not suggest doing Nightmare mode unless you already, you know, beat the whole story itself. So if you are playing by yourself and you're getting to like maps that are harder for you to complete, I recommend like starting towards the middle of the map just to give you time to set up your farm to farm money for your units. So you guys see how much damage he's doing? 123 damage, and he's only level 1. And you can see these guys coming out at 121 HP. And this is the Nightmare mode, the hardest mode. This is why Vegeta is the best. You can also play, I think, 4 of him, which is honestly magical. Like majority of the mythics, you only can place 3. And also, do not forget about that. Make sure you do not place him within the range of his range around other units, because if you do, it will increase. Let me show you guys. So you see how my current Vegeta is at 5 seconds. So place him other units within his range, because this is how passives work, it goes all the way up to 6.2, which is like, you don't want that. You want your unit to attack faster, not slower. So do you guys see how easy I beat that with only a level 1 Vegeta, which is now level 2? So your characters do earn XP just from you playing the game, and you also get food, which will be this next right here, which is intensive bean. So I really want to use this as food. You can use that to evolve Vegeta. You just need 80 of it. So you can farm infant, or you can just do the random stages of these maps, and you'll always get a sensu bean. You also get 80 gems your first time beating the stage, which I think this is my first time beating the nightmare mode. I don't know why I said other word, but nightmare mode of Planet Namek. That's your crash course into Anime Vanguards. Remember, play smart, farm smarter, and remember, if you're losing, it is definitely RNG's fault. If you learned something today, smash that like button, drop a sub for more guides, and comment below the worst pull you ever had so we can all laugh together. This has been Soxy Boy. Good luck out there, and I'll catch you in the next one.